In this video, we're going to show you how to use Skillshare membership properly and get more value from it. But before we start, if you want to try Skillshare yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 1 month for free and start learning valuable lessons and skills today. So let's start by choosing an example, the right classes. Pick one skill to focus on. Do not get confused, or you might also get overwhelmed if you try to learn many classes at the same time. So when you basically open your Skillshare, it can be easy as an example to jump between main topics, but a better way is to use your membership to choose or to start one skill first. For example, you can focus first of all on video editing or graphic design. Then search for a clear beginner class if you're a beginner. So as an example, go to the search here at the top and look for a video editing for beginners. Search for that and you will find many videos doing that. You can compare between the classes, so check the full class before starting, open them as an example in a new tab, whatever you want, and check everything. Check the projects that you will have to do, check the reviews of other people, discussions, where you can see the projects of other people, and everything. Also, you can check the duration of the class here, the amount of lessons, each lesson, and everything that might be useful to you. So you do not want to choose a class only because the title or cover is good. Check everything about it before choosing. And of course, make sure to use your saved class properly. Do not save many classes. So, for example, you browse through here. Oh, you like this? I'm saving. I'm saving this. I'm saving this. I'm saving this. Don't do that. Save one or two classes, and then you can go to classes here as example. So you can find all the classes. You do have here some filters to filter them. For example, classes under that, more than that, from that to that. So when you find a useful class, save it, and you can return to them later. But do not save every class that you see. A long saved list can become hard to manage, so try to keep one class that you are currently taking and one class that you want to take next. This will give you a clear learning path for you. So finish the first class before opening several more about the same topic. Also, you'd like to create for you a simple learning schedule. Your Skillshare membership gives you access to many classes, but you still need to make time for them. You'd like to create a schedule. For example, watch lessons for 20 minutes and practice for 30 minutes each day. Do not surpass that. Do not make that dream of today I'm going to study for 5 hours straight. So just create a sturdy schedule. You can do, as an example, the 20-minute lessons, 30 days or 30 minutes practice. You can do it just 3 times a week. And this is better than watching many lessons in one day and then not returning for weeks. A small routine makes it easier to remember what you learn. And of course, you would like to learn while following the steps. As an example, if you do have multiple screens, you can utilize that. Open a Skillshare class on one screen and open the tool example that you're going to use on the other screen. If the class teaches Photoshop, open Photoshop on the other screen. When the teacher creates a new project, creates one. Pause the lesson when needed, then basically this step or try the step, then continue. Skillshare classes are often split into shorter lessons, which makes this very easy. So you can finish one part, practice it, and then move to the next part. If you don't have multiple screens, of course, you can split your screens, example, one to this, one to that, and you can even split it to more. So make sure you have a bigger screen if you're going to split it more than 2 or 3. Also, if you, example, access a specific like class and you find the teacher is talking slowly, make sure to increase the speed, as example. This will makes you learn faster, but only if you found the pace is very slow, so you don't get overwhelmed by the speed. Also, you can utilize the subtitles and transcripts as well, or transcripts. So here you have transcripts and you have subtitles for every video with, as you can see, many languages. So utilize those features as well. And of course, also, if you want to use Skillshare for free or yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 1 month for free and start learning valuable skills today. So now let's look at the features that many members do not use enough in Skillshare. First of all, the projects. So the class projects is one of the most useful parts of Skillshare. It gives you a real task to do on the lessons that you're just learning. For example, a video this in class like this one is giving you resources and is telling you what to do with it, what to edit it, or what to do. Then you can upload your projects. You can also go to this discussion tab to discuss the project, discuss the lesson, see other students' projects as well. Other than that, there is the option to download classes for offline viewers, but this is only available on the Skillshare mobile app. You'll need to download the app. You can use the same subscription that you're using on the PC. So your membership also allows that. And of course, you can download the class while you have no internet and watch it as an example later. Of course, you'll have to download it while you have internet, then watch it later without internet. This is useful when traveling or when your connection is not stable, or as an example, you just wanna view it offline while you're not connected to the internet so you don't get distracted by anything that may distract you, like, I don't know, social media or something like that. Also, you do not always need to learn from a computer. You can try the mobile app. It can be very useful for short lessons, reviews, or classes that you do not require a software. For example, you could watch a lesson about writing from your phone. For practical class, use your computer when possible, so you can basically follow the steps as the same time the teacher is explaining it. One of the things that will help you as well is basically taking short notes. You do not need to write everything down that the teacher said, just only save the most important information. For example, you're watching this video and he said the shortcut that you want to remember, that you're going to use. Like, as an example, for creating a file, that he used Control plus C or something like that. Or a mistake that you think you should avoid. So add the lesson number beside the notes. This makes it easier to return to the right place later. Short notes are easier to review than basically full page of text. Also, of course, there is a thing that is very useful in Skillshare, which is certificates. Skillshare can give you a certificate after you complete a class and submit its project. The certificates includes information such as your name, the class title, the teacher, and the completion date. You can use it to show that you finished the class, but the project is often more valuable than the certificate itself, because you can use that as a portfolio if you're planning to work online with it or show it to your employer. Because a certification or a Skillshare certification is not valuable outside of a Skillshare, but the project itself is more valuable than you know. So focus on building real work that you can show. Other than that, after finishing one class, do not immediately start another class that teaches the same basics. Ask yourself, what can I already do, where I am still struggling, and do not basically take the same class that teaches the same things with just a different lesson, one different lesson. So if you start with a basic video editing class, you may need a class example about a better transitioning, and this will help you move forward instead of repeating the same lessons. And you should also know that when you are on a free trial, once it ends, it will automatically charge your card and starts paying for the membership. And of course, it will be yearly. There's no monthly membership. There might be any monthly exceptions, but it's very, very unique to specific regions. So of course, after your trial ends, you will be charged. And if you want to cancel your trials, you can always go to your profile, click on account settings. From here, you can click on membership and payments. And from here, you can go and cancel your membership or your trial, because after that, you will be charged automatically. So you'll basically have to decide whether you want to keep the membership or not. Ask yourself, did I finish any classes? Did I complete any projects? Or do I also know what I want to learn next? Of course, ask those questions on the free trial. Or if you, as an example, tried for a year, you think you didn't use it that much, so cancel it when you are not using it, or you do not have time to continue. Skillshare will give you the most value when you practice, not when you only save classes. And of course, again, if you want to use Skillshare yourself, you can use my link down below in the description to get 1 month for free and start learning valuable skills today. So basically, that's it. That's how you make the most out of your Skillshare membership. I hope you liked this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.